Brock,
Here.
Gene Button,
Here.
Nathaniel Harris, Ann Herbert, William Hutton,
Here.
Juan Moreno,
Here.
Michael Pinker, Kimberly White,
Here.
Thomas White,
Here.
7 present, we have a quorum.
They haven't opened up for election of officers.
Yeah, we have a president and a vice president.
Have a nomination for president.
There's a hush. Big hush.
I'll nominate Tom White for president.
We need a vice president.
Second. Okay.
Any other nominations for president? Nominations for president are all closed. Now nominations for vice president.
Nominate Bill Hutton.
Second. Any other nominations for vice president? Vice president is now closed. Congratulations, Tom. Congratulations, Mr. Hutton.
Thank you.
Well, now we'll have the equipment for the BZA.
Remind me. We also need to make an appointment to the BZA.
I'd like to nominate Tom White.
Second. I'm sorry. I'm used to sitting over there.
Not a problem.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Okay, we'll move on to the approval of the minutes for the November 16th, 2015 meeting.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes for November 16th, 2015.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, the minutes are approved. Do we have any old business?
There's no old business.
And new business? Thank you. Is CP-16-01, petition of NH Vegas LLC to reclassify property at 10953 and 11001 Indianapolis Boulevard from I-2 Manufacturing District to C4 General Commercial District. And if you are ready, if you want to, have the notifications been met?
Yes, they have.
Thank you, and thank you. And if you will state your name, address, and please sign in.
Good evening. I'm Dan Tersman. I'm with Luke Builds, and I'm here on behalf of NH Vegas. The petition I've put forward today is for the property at 10953 11001 Indianapolis Boulevard. We are asking to have that property reclassified to a C4 commercial or general commercial district. It's currently zoned as an I-2. The purpose of this rezoning is to, in particular, to redevelop, in particular, the 11001 property. Currently is a liquor store, smoke shop, and fireworks facility. Our intent is to demolish the existing facility and reconstruct a new facility to hold a new liquor store and smoke shop. We would be dropping the fireworks sales at that location. The intent with that is generally to redevelop the site, to enhance the architectural quality of the facility, as well as provide some additional green space and improved traffic flow for the site. Again, the site is currently classified as an I2. I believe the C4 is in keeping with what or is more consistent with what the existing use of the site is, and creates a buffer between the new PUD across the street on the southerly side of Indianapolis Boulevard. It creates a buffer between that and the industrial zoning railroad property to the north. So, that being said, I respectfully request a favorable recommendation to the City Council.
Thank you. Questions from the Plan Commission members?
We have an opinion from staff.
We have to go to public hearing and all that stuff.
Any questions from the Plan Commission members? Nothing? If there are no questions from the commission, we will open it up for the public to speak under the public hearing portion, and since I see no public, I guess we can close the public session. And at this point, I would ask if there are any additional questions. I guess, Brian, do you want to go over your staff report?
Yes, thank you. As is presented, the development, or the project is to change property from C4 to I2 to C4, to allow for the redevelopment of the current liquor cigarette store. The project did go before the redevelopment commission earlier this evening, and there was a determination that the project is in keeping with the redevelopment plan, as well as the development agreement that does exist between the redevelopment commission and the parties on the development. This property is located on the northerly side of Indianapolis Boulevard. It is currently an I2 zone. It abuts all of the railroad property before you get to the marina. The comprehensive plan talks about this property being zone PUD. That was a part of an intent to have a larger area for the regional shopping center. Just of note, the property on the southerly or southwesterly side of the boulevard has been rezoned to the PUD, and that is the Marina District development. The property is in fair condition. I think some people have some concerns about the condition of the spot itself, and it definitely is in need of being upgraded. The desirable use of the property, I think, as was alluded to in the presentation, I think it's really important to think about how we can change the character of Indianapolis Boulevard and build upon the investment that's going to happen at the Fifth Avenue interchange and the Walmart, and trying to develop a transition from that commercial development to the industrial railroad area is a very desirable thing to accomplish. And then I think it's, just to recognize that the C4 zoning is in keeping with the current uses of the property and the redeveloped use. Staff recommendation would be for the Plan Commission to forward the petition into the City Council with a favorable recommendation. And if you do agree with the recommendation, the staff requests that this report is adopted as preliminary findings of fact.
Any questions for Brian from the Plan Commission Board? And if no questions, now, do you want a motion to approve the staff report as findings of fact first, or does it matter in order? Second? Okay.
Yeah, I'll find a vice attorney in a second.
Okay.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
For clarity's sake, which motion are you making? I heard you to make the motion to submit a favorable recommendation for the requested rezoning from R2 to C4 for the subject property.
So move.
I2, no, I didn't say.
I2, you said R2.
Oh, I2 to C4, I'm sorry.
That
So
was your
moved.
motion? Okay, and a second,
That's how I heard it.
and roll call?
Roger Brock,
Yes.
Stan Stotney,
In-
sorry, I'm so sorry, Dean Budden,
Yes. No problem.
William Hutton,
Yes.
Juan Moreno,
Yes.
Michael Pinker,
Yes.
Kimberly White. Yes. Thomas White,
Yes.
7 ayes, 0 nays, 0 abstentions, motion passed.
And now we would need a motion to adopt the staff report as preliminary findings of fact. If we could have someone
So moved.
in a second for that,
Second.
and roll call?
Roger Brock,
Yes.
Dean Budden,
Yes.
William Hutton,
Yes.
Juan Moreno,
Yes.
Michael Pinker,
Yes.
Kimberly White. Yes. Thomas White,
Yes.
7 ayes, 0 nays, 0 abstentions, motion passed.
Okay. Good luck. And Brian, any correspondence?
No correspondence.
Any commissioners' comments? Any staff comments?
First of all, we are expecting to have a meeting a meeting in February to deal with the subdivision component of this project.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Wickler?
I'm gonna come out here because you guys are actually gonna like this, I think. The mayor recently passed an executive order which established or attempted to bring some consistency to what different members of boards were being compensated. And with regard to the Plan Commission, the executive order provides for each Plan Commission member to receive $200 per meeting with a cap of $2,600 per year. The caveat is that you have to attend the meeting in order to receive the compensation for that meeting. So it's, and he's asked, actually the controller asked me today if we could do a sign-in sheet that then is presented to the controller's office the next day. Additionally, if you're not currently being paid by the city, you need to stop by the controller's office at some point and fill out, I think it's a W-9 or whatever, so that they can cut your check when you attend the meeting. But in talking to different members, I understand that that's a bit of a raise for Plan Commission members, and I thought you might want to know that. And he's trying to, I think, bring consistency to the different boards and relate the compensation to the time that's actually involved in attending these meetings and what goes into the preparation that each Plan Commission member has. So doesn't need any formal action on your part. It was an executive order. It's already done, but you do have to make sure that the controller's office has your information so that you can be compensated accordingly.
Thank you for the good news.
Mr. Wesley? Just as a point of note, too, I believe the executive order stated that you had to attend 75% of the commission meetings to be entitled to the payment. So if you,
Right, and I think, I mean, it's interesting, right, because I remember reading that as well. The problem, you know, is how you gonna enforce that, if somebody misses like the last half of the meeting, you're probably not gonna get reappointed, that's for sure. So, you know, obviously, he's expecting the attendance, you guys roughly have one meeting a month, which is the reason for $2,600 cap. And I think the nice balance to strike forward this with some of the other boards.
Thank you. I guess, Mr. Hutton?
Yeah, I want to take my vote back. I think I want to be the BZA representative now. All right, never.
12 months?
Yeah,
12 months,
that's
you
okay.
know?
Not too early to campaign.
Yes.
Okay, I'll start.
Get the signs printed. If there is nothing else, we could entertain a motion for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second, all those in favor?
I,
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks for the appointment.